Hello and welcome to the League of Legends Strategy Guide. This time we're focusing on the brand new game mode inspired by the Rift's Sailor Scouts, the Star Guardians. The game mode is called Invasion and each player plays as one of the 10 champions with the Star Guardian skins. Don't worry, you're automatically given the skin for the match if you don't already own it. It works as a standard Horde mode survival map, however there are randomized levels and game modes, and there are two difficulties, Normal and Onslaught. Honestly, it feels like Onslaught is the only real challenging setting for the game mode, as Normal is just way too easy comparatively. This game mode will test you on how well you can kite and synergize with your team. Kiting is when you attack a monster and move away from it right after. Kiting mostly works for ranged fighters, regardless if you're a mage or a marksman. The goal is to run around the map in a circle, so the monsters can't hit you, but your team can still whittle them down until you complete each map's objectives. There are three different types of maps. The first is the survival type, where the team must slay every monster on the map before progressing. This is probably the most basic mode you'll encounter, and there's not many tips I can give you. Just remember to keep cutting the enemies until everyone besides the Star Guardians are dead. The second are the running maps, where the team must stay inside of a moving bubble and survive until the end checkpoint is reached by at least one player. Usually, if the endpoint is spawned, you can flash or use Ahri's dashes to secure the checkpoint without the bubble actually being there. The third type is the defense mode, where the team must stay inside of a small bubble and defend it until every monster is slain. Typically for this map, I would focus more on the ranged monsters like the Vel'Kozes or the Kog'Maws first. However, we'll get more into the monsters later on. Finally, there's the Rift Herald boss fight, who will continually spawn other monsters and will have some very thought out and well telegraphed attacks. As long as you avoid them all, you should be fine. Regardless of the map type, you're going to face down some of the baddest enemies the Rift has ever supported. First are the Kog'Maws. These little guys need to be taken down as soon as possible, as within a 3-second window, they will set up and barrage the team with bolts of void energy and deal a ton of damage. The only way to stop them after they're set up is either crowd control or death. Next, we have the Cho'Gaths. These lumbering brutes walk aimlessly in a direction, knocking up and damaging anyone around them. These are the easiest to kite around, but they have a lot of health, and if several are stacked on top of each other, they'll continually knock you up, and you won't be seeing the ground anytime soon. Next, we have the Rek'Sais. They will burrow underground and charge toward a location. Once they emerge, they'll knock up and heavily damage anyone around them, so the best option is to avoid them if possible and kite them around. However, if you're playing Poppy or Lux, you can interrupt the charge with Poppy's barrier or Lux's snare. Then we have the Vel'Kozes. They will sit in a corner around the map and continuously shoot out lasers that'll deal a ton of damage. If they strike a Star Guardian, the bolt will split in two and will damage anyone else struck. The key for these is to kill them before they get out of hand, and practice your DDR skills, because sidestepping is going to be like breathing after a run level with 100 Vel'Kozes. Then we have the Kha'Zix, where they will jump over the Guardians, take a swipe with their claws, and turn invisible to repeat the process all over again. These can be a pain to deal with, but if you're fast enough, you can easily kite them. One tip is that if you're playing as Lulu or Poppy, they can interrupt the jump with Poppy's barrier or Lulu's polymorph. Finally, we have the Skarners. Skarner!
If that's Skarner you're talking about, nothing stops Skarner. Get this one. No, Skarner, I hate you! Why does it always go for me?
I love the sheer hate of no Skarner, I hate you! Hey, we did it. We got the Skarner. We got the Skarner. They do the classic Skarner thing of disabling a Star Guardian and pulling them around the map. They aren't that hard to deal with, but they're just so annoying. Just kill them, plain and simple. There are also green versions of Cho'Gaths, Vel'Kozes, and Rek'Sais. The Cho'Gaths will chase down a target and eat them if caught. The Rek'Sais will charge in a direction and knock players back, and the Vel'Koz will fire a continuous beam that hurts, so avoid everything at all costs. There are also some minions that'll make the monsters invincible and need to be killed before attacking the monster. For the best chance to survive, the ADC should build a Lord Dominik's Regards in order to deal more damage to the tankier monsters, and a Spirit Visage and Bloodthirster to gain a ton of life. Support should build a Redemption and an Ardent Sensor, so they can heal and shield everyone else on their team. For the mages, build a Zanya's Hourglass so you have some escape, and a Spirit Visage so you can get some healing. Invasion is a super fun game mode, and I've been having so much fun with it that I'm really going to miss it when it's gone. Thanks for tuning into the League of Legends Strategy Guide. We'll see you next time.